Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my perfect cooking system. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook a 3-course meal in less than 30 minutes. This meal has 3 dishes. The first dish is a shrimp and salmon stir fry in fresh ginger and scallions. The second dish is a beef dish stir fry with 4 different kinds of peppers in fermented black bean. The third dish is a vegetable medley with 5 different kinds of vegetables. I thawed out 8 ounces of pre-sliced frozen salmon in a bowl of water because my wife loves salmon. I then thawed out 8 ounces of frozen sliced beef because my son loves beef. For myself, because I love shrimp, so I thawed out 1 cup of frozen shrimp. I get everything out of the freezer the first thing I walk into the kitchen. I have prepped both of the salmon and the beef in such a way that I could thaw them out very quickly, generally less than 10 minutes in a bowl of water. And I have all the prep set up in the kitchen counter next to the stove before I start to cook. The first dish is the salmon shrimp stir fry. I sauteed 2 tablespoons of fresh cut ginger in 1 tablespoon of canola oil. I then add 8 ounces of thinly sliced Atlantic salmon with the skin on to the wok. I turn the salmon pieces gently to ensure even cooking. At the same time, I'm taking care of not to break them apart. I carefully stir fry the salmon for about 1.5 minutes. I then add half cup of medium shrimp and stir fry for about 30 seconds. I am very watchful to avoid overcooking the salmon and the shrimp. I then add 2 tablespoons of scallion and mix them quickly. The dish is ready to serve on the table, and the cook time the total is about 3 minutes. The next dish is the beef dish with 4 different kinds of peppers: a green bell pepper, poblano pepper, jalapeno pepper, and chili pepper. I start by sauteing 1 tablespoon of minced garlic in 1 tablespoon of canola oil. And then I add 8 ounces of beef that has been thinly sliced. This is followed by 2 tablespoons of fermented black bean to give flavor to the dish. I add the pepper to the wok after I stir fry the beef for about 15 seconds when they are about medium. I cook the pepper lightly to retain their crispiness. I next add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, and 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. After briefly mixing the contents, I add 1 tablespoon of rice cooking wine. And after mixing it for another 15 seconds, the dish is done. The total cooking time of this dish is about 2 minutes. The last dish is the vegetable medley. I did not wash the wok to let the flavor from this dish to carry over to the next dish. I saute 1 tablespoon of garlic in 1 tablespoon of canola oil. I then add about 10 slices of eggplant. This is followed by about half cup of red cabbage. I then add 1 cup of zucchini and 1 cup of yellow squash. Stir fry the contents for another 30 seconds. I then add about 1/4 cup of water to start steaming the vegetables. I steam the vegetable with occasional stirring. I add more water if it's needed. I then add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I did not add any other seasonings because the black beans flavor will come through from the previous dish. Lastly, I add 1 cup of cherry tomatoes that have been sliced in half. After mixing the contents briefly, I remove the wok from the stove. I do not want to overcook the cherry tomato, and the dish is ready to serve. This dish took 4 minutes to cook. The cook time for all 3 dishes is 14 minutes. This video demonstrates the efficiency of my perfect cooking system, as well as its ability to cook dish with amazing flavors and with many different variations. Once you have mastered the principle of my cooking system, you can cook a healthy and flavorful meal every night with less time than you would eat fast and processed food.